What is interesting to me is that Berlusconi, whatever we may think of him, was elected.
Yes.
Mr. Monti was not. He doesn't have a political background. He's a technocrat. Apart from that, just like the other Super Mario, who is now the head of the European Bank, they have a similar background. Do you know what that might be?
Well, okay, I presume you're talking about the fact that they worked for European institutions, and they probably worked for Goldman Sachs once upon a time. So what? The Goldman Sachs part of me is irrelevant. You want to have a conspiracy. I know you socialists love to have a conspiracy, and you love to blame it on all those evil Wall Street bankers. Listen, it's not that easy. If Mr. Mario, both the Marios, were so smart, they'd still be at Goldman Sachs, making a lot of money. They couldn't make it at Goldman Sachs, is why they're off, working for the government and working for bureaucracies. They're not going to solve the problems. They're not going to do anything. They're going to make it worse.
Yeah, what I think.
And let's go to your thing. Let's say you're right. It's part of a Goldman Sachs conspiracy. They're not going to solve the problem. They're not going to solve the problem, because if they did solve the problem, Goldman Sachs would probably have to lose a lot of money. And I suggest to you that, I told you before, when there are problems, they all call up Merkel. They all call up Sarkozy. They call up and say, save us. These guys are not going to save us. They all have the same mindset. Goldman Sachs didn't give them the mindset. They just have the same mindset, or they wouldn't be where they are.
Goldman Sachs did not give them the mindset.
No, no, no.
The deals between Goldman Sachs and the Greek government and Goldman Sachs have been undertaken before my joining Goldman Sachs. I did say this on and on and on.
What do you think? Is Mr. Draghi likely to be the one to radically reform the European financial sector?
Well, it's a difficult thing, because in order to have a kind of competent reform program, you need people who understand the industry. But on the other hand, if these people are from that industry without implying any corruption, they are going to be soft towards an industry. I mean, this is the ultimate problem with this notion of technocracy. So yes, I mean, instead of having these crazy politicians like Silvio Berlusconi, why don't you have a technocrat like Mario Monti or Mr. Lucas Papademos in Greece? But this it's an illusion to think that these people do not have their own biases.